What's going on, y'all? It's your boy 443 Bobby Big Rig back. So today I'm going to tell y'all about my experience with this load I just did. So as I've said before, I've been driving for a little over a year now, and you know, I've done all type of loads. I've worked for different companies, you know, since I started trucking. I started out with Western Express. Then I ended up going to PFG, doing food service for a little while. I went to damn Super Ego. People say so much about Western Express. Western Express ain't that bad, bro. Super Ego, terrible. Left there, went to CFI. They was cool, but I got tired of the company life, so I ended up coming where I'm at now, a company called Biller, doing lease purchase. But I'm doing flatbed, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different. Now, mind you, I done hauled some heavy loads when I was doing dry van. I done hauled some heavy loads, like I'm talking like where I was damn near 80,000 pounds. But hauling a heavy load in a flatbed versus hauling an 80,000 pound, or your gross weight being 80,000 pounds in a flatbed versus hauling 80,000 pounds in a dry van. It's two complete different things, man. In a dry van, you can feel it. You feel me? You can feel the weight. You know, you can feel it pulling. If you make a turn too sharp or something like that, you gonna feel it in a dry van. But in a flatbed, boy, I'm telling you, this shit, man, it's spooky. It's spooky, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is my first time. My gross weight after they loaded me was 79,100, and I wasn't even at a full tank. So basically, I had to drive all the way from Minnesota to Pennsylvania without filling my tank all the way up. Because if I would have filled my tank all the way up, I don't know. You know, certain people told me I still wouldn't have been overweight, but I ain't trusted. So I just left it at a half a tank. I put a little bit more fuel in there when I got to like Chicago, and then I just drove straight here. I ain't even fuel it up until I got into Pennsylvania, and then I filled up like right before I got here. I'm actually at my drop off right now, and they unloading me. But right before I got here, I just filled all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Probably like 30 miles away from here, so I knew I wouldn't have had to go through no weigh stations or nothing like that. But when I tell you, man, like, if I hitting a pothole with you know 80,000 pound gross weight on a flatbed, man, that shit is scary, bro. And then it's like the way they did the hay is like bales of hay. They got the bales of hay wrapped in plastic. I'm gonna add that to this video so y'all can see what the load look like. But they stacked it 3 high, so the load was really like a little bit higher than my truck. Man, when I tell you, every time I hit a pothole, like I could feel it. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, I was so nervous. The average, I took 80. I took I-80 basically most of the way here. And then once I got closer to PA, I think I ended up on like 70. And then I ended up on 76. 76, I think that's the Pennsylvania Turnpike. But driving down I-80 and I-70, I believe the speed limit is like 70. Man, when I tell you, I was in traffic like a month. I was not going over. I would get up to 70, like when I had little straightaways. But for the most part, you know, when the highway doing all that twisting and turning, bro, I was not going over 60, 65, man. Like, I know people was mad at me because I was taking my time, like, and I'll say that, like, you know, when you get into trucking, especially if you're a company driver, you're going to end up doing some loads that you really would prefer not to do. But once you do them, you're going to feel so accomplished, man. You're going to feel like, damn, like, feel like you know, you're going to feel like, oh, all right, bet I got a little bit more. every load, I'm gonna say this. I've been doing this for over a year, and still to this day, every load I get a little more experience with trucking. You know, every load is teaching me something new. And that's just how it is out here. Like, you're not gonna be comfortable with every load. As a company drives, now if you're an owner operator and you're not comfortable with something, don't take it. Don't take it, man. Can't nobody force you to do nothing. And even as a company driver, they really not supposed to force you to do nothing for real that you're not comfortable with doing. So if you really not comfortable with something, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, don't do it. You feel me? Just don't do it. You ain't gotta, you're not required to do nothing you're not comfortable with. It's supposed to be, your safety is the most important thing. All of these companies are gonna say that to you, that safety is the most important, but they're not gonna carry it like that. You know, they gonna say that, but then they gonna be rushing you to drop something off. You telling them that you done drove all your hours for the day, and you can sense that they don't care. A lot of companies, you got some companies that do care and do understand hours of service and want you to stick to hours of service. But then you got some companies that be looking like, man, I don't give a damn. Drive 16 hours a day if you have to. And it's like, don't do it, bro. Like, just don't do it, because these companies, they don't care about the consequences that you're going to have to deal with for doing something illegal. Because guess what? Ultimately, even if you lose your license today or tomorrow, they just going to put somebody else in his truck. You feel me? So they not really going to take your safety as serious as you need to take it. You got some companies that will. You know, when I was working at PFG, they took safety very serious. You know, I respect PFG for that. Western Express even took safety a little more serious than certain other places. Super Ego, trash. There's a lot of companies out here that, you know, they be on some BS. And a lot of the times it be when you in the lease purchase situation that the companies be on that BS, because, you know, technically most of the stuff that happen, it really ain't gonna be on them. You know, yeah, you operating under their MC number and all that, but bro, they money hungry, man. Especially these dispatchers, they're money hungry. These dispatchers, all they see is dollar signs. For them, they don't even see the dollar signs for you. That's the crazy part. Like, they be seeing dollar signs for themselves. So when you get into trucking, if you gonna go owner operator route, learn how to dispatch, man. I'm telling you, learn how to dispatch. That's what I'm in the process of doing right now, learning how to dispatch, so I can cut the middleman out and I can stop paying these dispatchers a percentage of my load and all that. Like, learn how to dispatch so you can do things the way that you want to do things. You can go to the states you want to go to. You don't gotta take no load that you don't want. You can, you know, look at the weight. Learn how to dispatch. I'm telling you. And the more I learn, the more I'ma, you know, come on here and show y'all anything and everything I'm learning. But so I'm gonna add some clips from this load I just did, and I'm gonna get back to y'all at the end of this video. So how tall would that be though? That's that, man. So share this video, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what type of content y'all want in the future. And I got y'all, man. About to take my ass home for a couple days, man. Y'all be safe out on that road, man. And always remember, man, just stay in your lane. 100.